What up, good people? Come on in, sit on down. Don't take them shoes off because I'm likely to offend. So you may not hang around that long. I'm Root the Great, baby. And if you're wondering who the hell told me I'm great, well, I'm wondering who the hell told you that you were not. Out of all the things that you could do, out of all the things that you could choose in the world, out of all the options, because that's the way I look at life. It's like a big ass buffet. Out of all the things that you could choose, you decide average, ordinary, and normal was it. Damn. Out of all the things that you could believe in, you decided your inability would be it. Out of all the things that you could put your faith in, out of all the things that you chose to feed, right? Out of all the things that you could feed, you decided your doubts would be it. Damn. That's a terrible thing. That's a terrible thing. What you gonna do about it, though? That's what I always come to. People want to feel sorry for themselves. They want you to feel sorry for them. Join the pity party. No. If all of that is true, the question now is, what do you do about it? You just stay there? You just wallow? Like, you look yourself in the mirror. Do you really believe that, hey, other people can figure it out, but I can't? Other people are chosen, and I don't know what the hell I am. I find it hard to believe that you believe that. I find it very, very, very difficult to believe. It's got to be something else going on. Something has happened. Oh, I'm sorry. You see what has arrived, right? The money tree is here. Ain't she a beauty? Oh, my goodness. Oh, she's so pretty. Ain't she? Let's get a close-up on her. Woo! And she came trimmed in gold. What? Oh, the symbology speaks for itself. Did I tell you the money tree actually absorbs radiation? It's an air filter as well. If you don't have no plants, you need to get some. If your house is too dusty, you need some plants. Shout out to the money tree. Shout out to the gold. You know, y'all had to excuse me. Listen. I lost a lung on the Stairmaster yesterday, and I've been clearing my throat. You know, I loosened up something because I just been draining and clearing my throat and all that since yesterday. So a friend of mine was like, "Well, damn, you must have. Did you get something? Did you pick up something from the gym?" That's not how this works. Okay, I don't go pick up nothing from nowhere. Okay. Again, we'll talk about this in another video. Germs live on your body. Millions, billions at all points of time. On your skin, in your mouth, right now, in your nostril. Germs are not my enemy. So I don't have a problem. I didn't go and pick up nothing. Okay? That's not how that works. The only thing that I can pick up is somebody's piss poor energy, and I still got to participate in that. I still am not a victim. You understand what I'm saying? I thought I put this on Do Not Disturb. I still am complicit to some degree because it's called co-creation. All right, we're going to get into that today. What are we talking about today? Somebody submitted a request. We're going to come back to that, though. They wanted to know more about the knees. If you want to submit a topic request, go to podcast.projectrook.com. Look on the right-hand side. It's going to be a little red button. I think you can submit an audio. I think you can voice it over, I think. Okay. We'll come back to the knees. Somebody wants to know what's going on with the knees, what's really happening. Like, why are folks' knees jacked up? And why are they jacked up at such a young age? What is happening? Because a lot of you are going to be on track to get a knee replacement. Not because you need one. Not because you need one. But that Your knee is going to go down. You're not going to know why. Your doctor isn't going to know why. And his recommendation, they're going to look at it and they're going to say the cartilage. And then they're going to suggest that you get a knee replacement. The pipeline to knee replacements, the pipeline to hip replacements, the pipeline to hysterectomies. We could talk about all of those. The pipeline to cancer. And I think it's good to talk about because let's remove the mystery where people just think it's just happenstance. It's just stuff that's just happening. We have no idea. We had no signs. We had no indicators. No. Oh, the signs were there, baby. You missed them. Or you just weren't aware of them, but they were there. Anyway. I was talking to somebody and we were talking about how to do things, criticism, and their job situation ain't most ideal, and they got a review, whatever it is. What y'all get at the jobs, like a monthly review, employee review, whatever, you know what I'm talking about. And theirs had, it wasn't, I didn't think it was negative. I just thought it was constructive criticism. So my response was, the way I see it, and we're also talking about like dealing with people and they're trying to date and how, like, I like my card to be pulled. I don't know what you could say to me to offend me. There's probably only one person that has that I've given that power to. That probably could offend me just a little bit. Maybe. But you can't offend me by telling me about myself or by telling me what it is you see from your vantage point. Okay. Anyway, so I was like, well, the way my mind works is I want to get better. So the moment that you point out this, is that, the other, I'm like, all right, bet. I see an opportunity to get better. Their response was, well, I don't. Can you imagine how you in the dating world and you saying you don't want to get better? How does that work? Like, if you imagine encountering you meet you, would that be appealing to you? Somebody that says they don't want to get better. You don't want to get better. What does that look like? Well, we know what it looks like, but why? What happened? I knew they were being serious though. And that's what I appreciate. I appreciate the honesty. I was like, well, damn. Now the problem is they are a master complainer. And you can't be a master complainer, and then at the same time say, I am unwilling to make any changes. I appreciate the people who tell me, Rook, all that shit you talking about, I ain't doing that with my diet. Like I'm not eating like that. Right? I'm not doing no detox. I'm not going to be working out that many times a week. I'm not going to meditate every day. I think it's too much, Rook. I ain't trying to do all that, bro. Kind of like that video that circulated with what's his name? Dame Dash. We should talk about that. Y'all really think you can't reverse type 1 diabetes, huh? Okay. That's like believing that you can't reverse cancer or HIV. What is HIV, though? Is it what you think it is? Do they use the same type testing that they do for COVID? Anyway, Dame Dash was saying, he was talking to the guy, I don't know his name, Yah something. Herbalist, naturopathic dude. I don't know. His videos have circulated. He was trying to walk him through what he could do in the power of fruits, right? And I laugh at people who, just talking to my aunt last night, and whenever people blood sugar numbers get out of control, the only thing their mind goes to is, oh, I had an apple or I ate some grapes. What else did your ass have? Don't talk to me about no damn fruits. What else did you have? I got triggered. I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm like, listen, bro, I don't care what you telling me about no fruit. You can tell me even fruit juice. Your ass had something else. Ain't nobody became diabetic or fat by eating no fucking fruit. Just stop it. Just stop it. As a matter of fact, see, you know what we like to do? We like to work. We like to be practitioners. We leave the theorizing to everybody else. We go to work. And what I've seen from the work is a type 1 diabetic come up off that insulin. That's what I've seen. Yeah, on all fruit. Or we should say 95% fruit. So you can talk to me about whatever you want. It's fine. I understand that mass consciousness is not there yet. See, this is our version of the Roger Bannister story. Nobody believed that humans had the capacity, right? They just were incapable to run a mile in under 4 minutes. It's impossible. Can't be done. Matter of fact, dangerous to even do it, attempt to do it, until Roger Bannister did it. Look up the story. But guess what happened once he did it? You know what happened. More people started doing it. And then more people started doing it. And then more people started doing it. And more people started doing it. We're all connected. Like, this is why if you are tap being turned on, my God, do you have a responsibility? You do not get to play the same game that everybody else playing. No, ma'am. No freaking sir. Nope. You do not get to think like everybody else is thinking. You do not get to do that. You do not get to expect what everybody else is expecting. No, you do not get to judge by appearances. That's what the good book means. That's what the good books means. When you believe more in the physical than you do the non-physical, when you believe that what you see here is a determining factor, that's what that means. So you have a responsibility. You have a responsibility in adding thought, adding expectation, and adding belief in the direction of truth. And truth is, man is spirit. Man came from perfection, thereby must be perfection. And so if he or she is not experiencing that, he or she must have moved away, must not be in alignment with all that there is. There has to be a problem on man's part. It is never a problem on the divine's part. Come on now. When have you ever seen a divine get it wrong? When at my sickest, I couldn't eat fruit. I just would swell. I would bloat so bad. I have terrible indigestion and, oh God, it's like my whole digestive system would lock up. Did I come to the ignorant conclusion that fruit was bad? Because I see people doing that. Did I come to that conclusion? Oh, that must be the sign right there. They're doing too much. The fruit is jacked up now. Nope, I know what I need. I need a piece of bacon. Yep, that's what I need, some bacon. No, I didn't come to that conclusion. I came to the conclusion like, my God, how out of whack does your system have to be? How out of balance does your system have to be where you can eat Doritos and it's okay, and you can go and get some hot fries and it's okay, but the moment that you move to nature, this is the response you get. You got a responsibility. You got a responsibility to put out into the world. Every time you think wellness, every time you think greatness, every time you think power, every time you you think possibility, you are impressing upon the collective consciousness. So I'm okay with everybody being stuck in the old world, whatever. That works for you. If you believe, I mean, in the old world, y'all believe a cold can kill you. I guess. Well, Rookie could kill you too. Okay. Worry about yourself is what I would say. And anybody who is sick can't tell me nothing. You just can't. Maybe you could tell me what not to do, maybe. I don't even know if you can tell me that. Get yourself together. You got 99 problems, my friend. And trying to advise other people shouldn't be one. Get your own house in order. So, anyway, Dame Dash was saying that the guy was telling him what he could do. Started cleaning up his diet. He needs to go raw. Pause. He needs to incorporate more fruit. Just some different things that he could do. And Dane was like, nah, bro, I ain't doing all that. He said, I would rather to live life the way I want to live it. I would rather just take the insulin. Damn. I respect that so much. If it ain't that bad enough, if it ain't intolerable for you, why change it? People don't change things they can tolerate. And now that they got the pumps that people don't actually have to inject the insulin, you just put the pump on and the pump will just shoot some out throughout the day. Whatever works, man. So I like it. I understand what people are. I'm just telling you that. Don't tell me what can't be done if you ain't done it. If you ain't even attempted to do it. Okay, I'm kind of off track. What was we talking about today? Let me get back. I don't think I ever said. I have one question for you. I had two main questions that were pivotal in changing my life. The first one was, Rook, what if you're wrong? What if you're wrong? And that was a hard question to ask. Because I knew I was right. Like, listen, what you talking about? I'm on the right side of things. But what if you're wrong? What if you're wrong about what it means to be healthy? What if you're wrong about what you think God is? What if you're wrong about what creates illness and what you got to do to fix it? What if you're wrong about love? What if you're wrong about life? What if you're wrong? That was the first question. You know what the second one was? Once I discovered that I was quite wrong about many things, the second question was, do you want to be well or do you want to be right? God, that's a good question. Now, I can hear people saying, well, I want to do both. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like when I say, do you want to be well or do you want to be right? And you say, well, why can't I be both? Why can't I do both? Was both one of the options? When people say there's no such thing as a stupid question, that's a stupid question. I gave you an option. Do you want to be well or do you want to be right? There's two choices. Two. What does that mean? Do you want to be well? Do you want to be right? What does it mean? It means either I'm going to hold to what I know, what I've been standing on, what I believe to be true, what I know on the surface is right, or I'm going to be willing to let that shit go. That's it. Do you want to be well or do you want to be right? This is what the Black community, this is why the community as we know it now will never recover. You know why? Because they're more focused on being right. They ain't focused on being well. It's the meme of pulling the rope. It's the tug of war, the rope, holding on tighter and tighter, blood coming down, dripping down, skin is peeling up like All you got to do is let it go. No, because I'm going to be right. Because I'm going to tell you about these white people. And I'm going to tell you about this oppression, and you're going to listen. I'm going to tell you about this white supremacy. And damn it, I ain't going to let up off of it. I'm going to keep telling that story over and over and over and over and over and over again. And then I'm going to tell my children. And then I'm going to make sure they tell their children. And we're going to recycle this thing over and over and over again. And the moment that life starts to feel just a little bit better, I'm going to come back to it. I'm going to say, oh, too far feeling good. Come on back over here to anger. Come on back over here to pity. Come on back over here to feeling sorry for yourself. When you would rather be right than be well, that's a death sentence, is what it is. It's a death sentence. I'm going to be right, though. I don't want y'all. I'm not going to let them off the hook, Rook. Do you understand? I'm not letting these suckers off the hook. That's what you think. That's what you think you're doing, not letting them off the hook. Illness is a spiritual condition. It's a frequency. Death is on a frequency. Illness is on a frequency. Anger, poverty, lack is on a frequency. But guess what else is on a frequency? And a higher frequency? Wellness, health, wealth, love, happiness, and joy. And guess what? They ain't the same frequency. They ain't the same. You ain't never getting here, operating here. It ain't gonna happen, Jack. I don't care how good you think you are. This gonna be the hard. It seems like I be saying that about everything. This gonna be the hardest thing you got to do. It's a lot of hards. I don't think that it necessarily has to be hard. I think what's hard is our ability to let go of the old, the story that we tell. That's why I say it's going to take a little bit of crazy. You got to be crazy. I don't know how you get to this other side without being crazy. When you just say, I'm willing to let it all go. The things that mean so much to me, that I feel great love for, that I feel a sense of loyalty to, that if it comes down to that in me, I'm gonna choose me. I don't think we got there yet. I don't think the average person has got there yet. I don't. And that's why you sick, and that's why you're gonna stay sick. It don't matter what you do. You can eat all the salads you want. What? How you gonna win when you ain't right within? Ain't nothing overriding that. You can juice, you can fast, you can do all that stuff, and I want you to do those things. They have their place, but you ain't overriding this. What you have locked in here, what you have programmed here. Let me reframe that, because I don't like the way that came out. Because you can override mind. It depends on what mind we're speaking of too. That's important to note. Divine mind is that which overrides everything. Conscious mind. What is buried? U.S. Anderson, he calls it or reference it as the prompters. They're locks. There are locks on your mind that keep you from getting the life you desire. Keep you from getting the results you desire, right? And what is a lock? It's a conditioned response. It's a conditioned response. That no matter how much health is around you, your conditioned response is, it runs in my family. Your conditioned response is, well, not everybody can. It don't matter how much love is around you. Your conditioned response is, men ain't shit. Your conditioned response is, all a woman want to do is take advantage of you. That's your conditioned response. That's the lock. You ain't never getting to heaven that way. Unless you be like a child. That's what the good book says. you ain't getting to heaven. You ain't crossing over. I swear, you might even think you getting close, but you ain't crossing over. It ain't gonna happen, Jack. It ain't gonna happen. That's the crucifixion. That's the death that has to take place. It has to be this. And this is what, when you hear the word or the phrase or the term detach, some people don't like it. Right? They don't like what it's actually suggesting. Right? What do you mean you can't detach? You can't detach from life. You still have to be here, and you have to live and engage, and that's not what we're talking about. You have to separate yourself from that which is keeping you bound, and your belief in the physical. Like, I couldn't imagine the day you ever hear me complaining about other people and suggesting that they're the reason that I haven't gotten what I want in life or not getting what I want in life. That's the day you know something has gone wrong. Rook has been compromised. Listen, send help, nigga. Send help. That's when you'll know. That's when you'll know. Do you want to be well or do you want to be right? I'm going to choose wellness myself. That's what leaves me isolated a lot. Because I'm going to choose wellness every single time. Even the things that mean something to me and the people that mean something to me. I don't want it to come down to that, right? None of us really want it to come down to that. But if it comes down to that, it's mission first. And there is no food that I love so much. There is no tradition that I love so much. There is no habit that I love so much. There is no vice that I love so much that I'ma stick to that. I'ma choose that over my own wellness. No, there ain't no cause. Rook, you ain't down no more. No, I'm up, baby. And continually rising. I'm not interested in being down. See, fitting in and peer pressure, that shit, I thought you guys were supposed to have grown out of that a long time ago, but apparently we haven't. Everybody talk shit like, I don't care what people think. I don't care. Yes, you do. You liar. You do. You care what people think. You care if someone expects you to be somewhere and you know that it's not a good fit for you. You care if you decide not to go. You care how that looks and what they'll think. You do care. You do care. You care. That's why people just put masks on when they knew it didn't make sense. It didn't even have to, right? They still had the option. No, they put it on. Because you care. You care about what people think. Let's acknowledge it. All of us to some degree. I don't know that it's all bad. Because that's part of the problem. The people that we see out looking crazy as hell and doing crazy shit is like, I don't care. I don't care. So I think a little bit of care. I think a little bit of care is cool. But do you want to be well or do you want to be right? This is a question that I'm asking. And if you get to the point to where you say, I don't want to get better, then you should not complain about anything else again. You don't want to get better. You don't want to. I don't. It's too much, bro. It's too much. Everything seems to be too much. Other than being lazy. Lazy is not too much. Being greedy is not too much. Being pitiful is not too much. But when it comes to bettering yourself, I ain't got the time. I ain't got the time, Rook. I ain't got the time. And so I know that it ain't that important for you. Same thing I said last time. Just stay where you are. Well, Rook, I just feel like quitting. Well, quit, nigga. Stop telling everybody about it. Just do it. Be a man or woman of your word. You want to quit, then quit. You want to feel sorry for yourself, then feel sorry for yourself. If you want to put other people on a pedestal and believe that they can get the desires of their heart and you can't, then believe it. And I want you to stay there until you can't no more. Let life break you until it can't break you no more. Let life stir you until it can't stir you no more. Like at a certain point, it got to come on for you. And as I was talking to my friend, I didn't try to convince her of anything. I didn't try to move her out of that. Like, listen, if you cool with it, cool. Just make sure you're also cool with the results or lack thereof. Whatever works, man. That's the whole point. Whatever works. And it comes down to a hard choice. You cannot play in both sides of this thing. Where do I stand? Am I standing in pity or am I standing in power? You cannot believe in healing, but then have exceptions where certain things can't be healed. That don't make no fucking sense. So which one is it? Like, believing in a God, but also believing in lack don't make no sense. Believing in a God, but also believing that you're cut off from love and from loving relationships don't make no sense. At least not to me, it doesn't. Let the world play their game. I don't have no problem with the Matrix, and you shouldn't either. Every chip that you see on the board is playing their position. The problem is you ain't playing yours. That's the problem. The Matrix is not the problem. The government is not the problem. The doctors are not the problem. I was talking to my aunt last night. I think I might have got on her nerves a little bit. I don't mean no harm. It's like, yeah, I got to go back to the doctor. I got to go get some tests or something. And they just keep wanting you to come back, and this stuff costs money. I was like, well, so then don't go back. The doctor just doing their job. If there was no reason for you to feel the need to go back, then there'll be no need for you to go. Who you mad at here? Fix the problem. Then you won't have to go back. I'm not mad at them for wanting to run more tests. Let them run more tests. That's their job. They're doing what they're supposed to do. You're the one that's not doing what you're supposed to do because you shouldn't be up in there every other month. Y'all don't get tired of that shit. You don't get tired of popping pills. You don't get tired of going back. Like if you looked around and watched from about, I remember this one girl I went to school with, went to college with, and we were in our early 20s, and she already had high blood pressure at that time. And I just sat and thought about, like, if you start off in the doctor at 20 years old, and most of us are starting from birth, and it just continues, right? But we'll just say 20 years old. You do that all through your 20s, and then through your 30s, and then through your 40s, and then through your 50s. What the? Bruh. Yikes. I don't want no parts of that. You ain't tired. And you ain't decided that I want to be well more than I want to be right. Because see, being right says I got to follow the script. I got to do what I have been. Listen, Rook, I know what you're saying. But we can't let these other people off the hook. Cool. Hold on. Hold on if you must. What I want to get back at you so much that I'd be willing to destroy myself in the process, that's madness. That's madness. That I would want to get back at you so much that my hate for you would override my love for myself. That's wicked. Damn. No. So you guys can have the causes. You can have the community. You can have the pointing out all of what the white man has done and continues to do. You can be angry with men if that's your flavor. You can be angry with women. Men, you're starting to sound just like the women. You sound disgusting. You know the real definition of a man? Oh, we got to circle back because we talked about the signs of a spiritually high value man. We need to do the signs of a spiritually high value woman. So we'll come back to that. But you know how we could really make this real simple for the fellas? If you want to know how you define a man gets what he wants. Are you getting what you want? If you ain't, like, The idea that you're going to be a loser in one country and then be a king in another, you are a fool. I ain't saying that you can't get pussy, because you can, right? I don't even know how y'all can't get that. Like, none? What is happening? What is happening on this planet? Since the beginning, since we were in school, you had all types of guys. But even those on the quote unquote lower totem pole, like the handicapped kid was caught in the bathroom screwing. Anyway, I don't know. Seem to be bad out there in them streets. I don't know what to tell you. You caught up in the sauce, baby. The world got you. You ain't snapped out of it yet. And to listen to a man complain about what... We're not talking about that. Wow. Wow, that's all I can say. Loser is as a loser does. It's pitiful and it's pathetic. And you think that would attract? It's hard times out there in them streets, ain't there? Better get up out of them. That's the message. If the streets is that crazy, if the matrix is that crazy, then get up out of it. Wouldn't that be the most reasonable option? Get up out of it. Come from among them. That was your charge, to come get out from among them. Not try to change them, not try to convince them, not trying to prove anything to them, right? It didn't even say that you got to stop loving them. No, it just said you get your hot pants up out of there. You have to choose different. And it has to be wellness. It has to be rightness. It has to be righteousness. The ability to see the goodness in all things. And there cannot be anything that I hold on to in this physical that's worth my own demise. No. Let the thing that angers you teach you. The thing that triggers you teach you. That's really what I'm here to do. I ain't doing my job if I don't offend or if I don't trigger. And it's not just because I'm that good, right? And I am good. But that ain't the reason. I'm just a mirror, baby. I'm just a mirror. It ain't my fault that you don't like what you see. Now, is it? It ain't my fault. What you gonna do about it, though? Just run mad? Just run? Because that's what we do. You know, like we see, we run. Just run. I'm not gonna face it. I'm gonna just say, ooh, she just an old evil bitch. That's fine. But after you say that, then what? Where does that leave you? Do you want to be well or do you want to be right? Do you want to be well? Do you want to be right? Are you so convinced? Are you so locked into the story that you've been telling your entire life? Are you so locked into the communities that you are connected with that you can't deviate from any of their talking points? Do you want to be well or do you want to be right? Do you want to be well or do you want to be right? Do you want to be down or do you want to be well? Which one? Huh? Well, I want to keep it real. Is that keeping it real? I don't know. It's choices that we got to make. And we're not making them. Or we making poor choices. The life you want is yours for the taking. It's there, baby. It's already there. I know you know it's there because you done seen it. You done felt it. You've experienced it. Even in little sprinkles. You've got a taste. That's all you need. Now what you gonna do with it? And the levels, low level, high level, you ain't getting here. It ain't gonna happen. And getting the knowledge while not getting the understanding and the wisdom, that's a fool's game. That's a fool's game. Don't recite to me all the scriptures. Don't recite to me all the books and the quotes. I like it. It's cool. What you doing with it, though? What's the point in all of this? Well, can you get what you want or can't you? Can you transmute? Are you the real alchemist? That's the symbology behind the gold. Huh? Why the three wise men brought Jesus the gold? What was the goal? Symbol of life. The goal was representative of the spiritual gifts. The riches of the spirit. Can you take what is offered and can you use it? Can you take what is offered and use it? Can you take what is offered and use it? Can you take what is offered and turn it into whatever you want? That's the stuff. I like the idea where y'all get all worked up. I like the idea of being disadvantaged. I like that. I like the idea of inequality. Rook, what you saying now, Rook? You just talking crazy. I like the idea of the underdog. I like the idea that I'm going to get less than what you get. Which we know that's not true. When you come here with your spirit, baby, ain't nobody got more than that. Ain't nobody got greater than that. But I'm saying the physical things. I like the idea that you start ahead. Let me show you what I can do with just what I got. The story of the, what's that story? Story of the talents. We should talk about that. So many good biblical stories. Let me show you what I can do with what I got. I ain't got time to be counting to see if you got 2 more than I got. So, if you got 10 and I only got 8, cool. I'm going to show you what I can do with my 8. That's what I like. Because I'd rather be well than be right. And see, being right would be judging by my physical eye. Being right would say, Rook, that is clearly inequality here. That man, they left that man some land. My folks didn't leave me no land. They got left with money. My folks didn't leave me with no money. The government gave them that. They ain't give us that. That would be being right. You are absolutely right, baby. Listen, they had the insurance. They had the health insurance, and they had the right food, right, in their community to do certain, right. Listen, they have every reason to be winning. You are right. But the question is, would you rather be well or rather be right? And see, I choose wellness because the wellness connects me to that inner spirit and that inner man and that inner power and that inner knowing. It tells me, that inner wisdom tells me that. This is why I stopped saying started from nothing. What's the saying? What is it? No, not started from the bottom, then we're here. I came from nothing. I stopped saying that, right? Because I ain't come from nothing. Ain't nobody come from nothing. Are you insane? How can you come from nothing? You came from the Most High, baby. You came from that which has created the stars and the moons and the universe. That which has allowed 2 fluids to come together and create a whole new life. That which right now has blood flowing through your body in a way that you don't even understand. None of us understands. You can come up with all the tools and the equipment none of us understands. That can't be nothing. That can't be nothing. That which can't be destroyed cannot be nothing. So I see the rightness, right, in what you're saying, that others have got more and starting from a different position than you were. I got that. But what I'm saying is that when I look at this thing with a divine eye, I see we all at the same starting point. We all at the same starting point. Matter of fact, I'm actually ahead because I got the ability to see and you don't. I got the ability to shift shit. And it's not that you don't have it, it's that you forgot. You ain't remembered how to use it yet. You ain't remember how to tap into it because I'd rather be well than be right. You can keep the rightness. I know the story. I know how it's supposed to go. I know what the doctors say the prognosis is this or that, that I'm supposed to believe that because he's got the experience and he's got the knowledge, and ain't nobody knocking his expertise. We know, we see the degrees on the wall. Salute to you for your work. But you don't know greater than the Most High. That's what I do know. So I'll let you be right in your prediction, in your speculation. I'm going to be well, though. Life is good. Life is good. You know why I get so excited about life? Because I have been able to hang around long enough to figure some things out. And that's a blessing, right? While everybody be tripping, I'm just like, damn, that was a great lesson for me. That's what helped get me here. You understand what I'm saying? And wellness, when you think about wellness, what it really means, right? You think about wholeness. To be well is to be whole. And what is it to be whole? To be united. Mind, body, spirit. The Trinity. So I'd rather operate from that. I'd rather operate from that space than to be right. I'm going to leave the right to y'all, since y'all want to be right. You are going to spend the next, some of you, 40 years proving that the white man ain't shit. That's what you're going to spend your time doing. You could have spent it. You still have the option to spend it proving how right you are, how well you are, how powerful you are. But no, that ain't what you're going to do. You're going to spend the rest of your time pointing out how somebody else ain't shit. Damn. Well, maybe next lifetime. Listen, that's all I got. That's the question. You can let it marinate in your spirit. Do you want to be well or do you want to be right? Because if you want to be well, if you focus on wellness and you get into that space of all that is, all that knows, all that moves, all that creates, it ain't nothing that you cut off from. Nothing. If you want to be right, then you got to play the human game. And as long as you play the human game, you live by that game, you die by that game. I'm talking about coming over to the other side, though, where there is no more death. There is no more suffering there. Meet me there. I used to say to the church, don't meet me there, beat me there. Okay? But I'm already there, so meet me there. Come on. Get on in. We going somewhere. We got places to go and things to do. Don't you get that? You got a responsibility. You got a responsibility to step up to the plate and to tap into the things that you already know to be true. I'm reminding you of some things, but I ain't really telling you nothing that you don't already know deep down. So think about it. Do you want to be well or do you want to be right? And if it's wellness, you got some choices to make sooner than later. Peace.